Hello and welcome. Diamond League in Doha, Neeraj Chopra and that 90-meter obsession. What you are seeing on your screen, Neeraj Chopra's practice visuals from last night. There you go, Neeraj Chopra in the red with his coach Jan Zelezny. And of course, Ishan Marwa, his physio. There you go. Neeraj Chopra training last night. Abhijit Deshmukh reported that it was a light training session in Doha, very hot till about 7:30 in the evening. And today at 10:15 p.m., Neeraj Chopra starts his season. Can he break that 90-meter barrier? Can he again set India talking about this incredible athlete who is perhaps the greatest that India has seen? Yesterday, Abhijit Deshmukh spoke to him, and we will play all of those visuals as well. But joining me for this particular show, Abhijit, unfortunately, his internet is acting up from Doha. He can join us any minute, but this is his report from Doha, which he filed last night. Gargi Raut and Rohan Chaudhary also joining me. We've got Neeraj's interview as well. I'll go to you, Rohan. I'll go to you. Neeraj Chopra always gets that zing. When you see him play tonight at 10:15, you will see that for one javelin thrower, half of India stays awake. Half of India will follow, and you will see that social media buzz, which you perhaps only see for the IPL. This is absolutely unbelievable. And when I see Neeraj, it seems he has built more muscle. First thoughts, Rohan Chaudhary.
Yes, absolutely. And today morning also I was checking on his social media and he has posted a fantastic Omega ad, and it just gives me so much joy to see a sporting superstar from India, not a cricketer, being branded by these big companies, Omega, Switzerland Travels, and all. He is such a global star, and why not? If we just look into all his laurels, and we will know why that is. And this is one man who makes India stay awake, not for Champions League, but for athletics and also Diamond League. Few years back, Indians never knew what Diamond League was, and people now stay awake till 2 in the morning just to watch Neeraj throw a javelin and in Diamond League. And I think the highest point about this campaign for Neeraj would be the thing that he said yesterday, that he is injury free. He had some problems also in Paris, a groin injury that has caused a lot of trouble. He did compete in South Africa, and he told that it was a friendly and light competition. But the highest point for today would be that he is injury free. And of course, if not today, but I think the 90-meter mark is just waiting to be achieved with Jan Zelezny backing him up, and no one better. A pair could have been Neeraj and Zelezny. So that's what I think.
Yeah, I think I completely agree with Rohan when he says that the biggest positive news that we're getting out of Doha is the fact that Neeraj is saying that he's injury free. If I'm not wrong, if I remember correctly, after the Olympics, Neeraj had said that the groin has been troubling him a little bit and that he might even consider a surgery. So back then it sounded pretty serious. And we want Neeraj Chopra to go till LA 28 and we want to see him on the podium. So when you talk about that, when you talk about longevity, especially in a sport as dynamic as javelin throw, you want Neeraj to stay injury free as much as possible. So, he looks great. He seems to be in a very positive mind space as well. And honestly, as we've all been used to seeing one of the most consistent athletes in the world, I expect him to see him at the podium in this Diamond League as well.
Yeah, that's the word that you used, consistency.
Yeah.
I don't think Neeraj has not made the top three in any
Yeah.
competition since Tokyo.
Yep.
Rohan, if we check whether it is Diamond League, whether it is World Championship, whether it is
Yeah,
Asian Games, whether it is anything, Neeraj has not missed out on a top three finish since Tokyo. Never.
and, and
Imagine.
he has been always in the 85-86 range.
Correct.
Exactly.
Either the 85, 86. I mean, you can think World
Yeah,
Championship was 88.44, if I
yeah,
remember. Asian Games was 88 because Jena made
yeah,
87.54. Neeraj
yeah,
beat him with 88 point something. Olympics was 89.45.
yeah.
So you are clearly talking about that
Always
88,
there.
87. 89 range. Unbelievable, absolute incredible consistency. Now, that is the point, Rohan, that you're getting to 89, you're getting to 89.5, you even got to 89.94. So it's just a matter of time before you touch that 90 with Jan Zelezny in his corner. And yesterday, it was a fascinating this thing that when Abhijit was apparently walking out with Neeraj and Jan Zelezny, they had this conversation. And Abhijit asked Jan Zelezny, how did you throw 98? He said, I've thrown 90 many times. It just happened. It happens. Magic happens. And Neeraj was walking with him. And Abhijit looked at Neeraj. That is magic going to happen tonight? That's the story. If it happens tonight, imagine, Rohan, a 90-meter throw to start off the season, and all of a sudden, the whole country will come behind this particular athlete again. But you've also got Bulveer. You've also got Parul Chaudhary competing tonight. 4 Indians at the
That's
Diamond
the
League.
picture.
Jena, that's Jan Zelezny and Ishan Marwaha on your screen, his physio. But you've got 4 Indian athletes at the Diamond League tonight, which I think is fantastic, Rohan.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's not that Jan Zelezny has crossed the 90-meter mark 52 times. Of course, he is the legend of the game. But back at that time, the javelin aerodynamics was a bit different, and the current javelins are not such made that it will cross that 98 time and again. But yes, Neeraj Chopra is the name that can do it, and I think will do it down the line, if not today. But and if it happens today, it will be the uh, cherry on the cake for Avijit Das tour. But yes, of course, he is one name that has been consistent throughout. If we check at uh, the throw that Arshad did in Paris, he 10 times he will throw and he would not cross that one. He will land up in 78, 70, 80s, 82s, and one of a sudden he will cross 92, 93. But for Neeraj, it's always that 86, 87, 88 range, and that's what defines the man. And the impact that he has on Indian athletics is currently shown in this season's Diamond League, with 4 Indian athletes. That has never happened before. So it's of course, and if we check the other tournaments also, Muhammad Asfal broke the national record. Avinash Sabla did well a few weeks back. Today, Gulveer, Parul, Kishore Jena, Neeraj. So Indian athletics as a whole is now becoming a brand, and the other countries are currently noticing Indian athletes. So I think Neeraj has is the flag bearer of Indian athletics, as we were mentioning in Paris also. He's
One,
Neeraj, the captain of the
one
contingent.
second. I think we've got Abhijit live. If
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
hear
yeah.
me, please set it up.
Hi.
Set it up because your internet was acting up. You've got you live. Set it up. You were part of Neeraj's training yesterday.
Can't hear
You were,
anything.
can you hear anything?
Yeah, I can a bit now.
Good.
Yeah.
So you were part of Neeraj's training. You walked out with him and Jan Zelezny. Tell us every detail.
So yesterday around 6 p.m., Neeraj and Ishan, his physio, and Jan, they arrived at the training arena, which is next to the Qatar Sports Club. Um, and Neeraj did about like a 90 minutes of training session yesterday. I think it was moreover like a just a strategy how it has to be. It wasn't a grilling session. But Boreta, what I see is like there was a drastic change in the moment I stepped in. So I reached around 5 p.m. That's where several athletes also arrived, and then that time it was a very pleasant, blissful environment. But suddenly, as the evening started, it was like more of a getting a little bit of hotter, humid, and after some time, it was again there was no wind. It was a very unpredictable weather. And then around 7:30 when Neeraj completed his training session, and he didn't uh, did the dummy throwing practice. Like as you can see on the video, that's what he did.
Abhijit, your internet is problematic, yeah? Your
Yeah,
internet is
yeah.
problematic. We can't hear you at all.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. So overall, the session wasn't.
No, it's choppy.
It's very choppy.
Robotic
But
sound is coming.
we got a little bit of it. Your video is very choppy and audio is not coming at all. Anyway, we understood what you were trying to say. Now the question is, both Rohan and Gargi, what he's saying as far as the weather is concerned.
You got mute.
If it's what Abhijit was saying, Rohan, if it that it was kind of gloomy, hot, humid, which is why Neeraj was training the way he was. This can actually go in the way of a monster throw. You need perfect weather conditions to be able to hit that throw, and that could be a bit of an issue. If the weather is problematic, that could be a bit of an issue for Neeraj to hit that diamond patch and get that monster throw in. Rohan.
Yes, of course, but I think it's part of such a sport. The temperatures and the weather, the breeze, the wind directions, all uh, act be all needs to be in perfect to have that throw. Even in the Birmingham Commonwealth Games where Arshad threw that one, Neeraj wasn't part of the tournament. You only said that it was quite so breezy that day that if Neeraj was participating in, he would have crossed that mark. So I think it's part of the game also. That everything falls into places, but I think the athletes who are such big stars that like Neeraj Chopra will have they know how to adapt to what situations, and they will just give their best. And I think someone like Ian Jalesny with so much experience in his bag, I think he will know what the best advice to give to him before the uh, event starts.
Absolutely. Is Abhijit back?
No. The internet is very, very choppy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
clearly.
there in the backstage, but his screen is frozen.
Yeah, because he must be in the hotel where he's not getting it. Clearly, when he's in the stadium. By the way, he also said that there was no shuttle. There was no shuttle between the stadium and the hotel.
Oh, so
So
that's a
no,
bit.
no, 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 no. Then he said, so because there was no shuttle, so he went and asked the Diamond League organizers, so how am I supposed to go back? They said, okay, you come in the athlete shuttle. So
Oh.
he and all the athletes, he went actually with the athletes and went back to his hotel in the
Nice.
athlete.
Something about Abhijit and always traveling with athletes. Something about it's quite funny that whenever you have a high profile event or he's gone to cover something, you'll always see Abhijit next to the athletes. Somehow he finds his way there.
And
Even in Saturday, Manu, Jaspal Rana, Avijit, and someone else. I was not there that day. So
Caddy.
they in the golf cart with the caddy. So they four were traveling. So Avijit has that aura that athletes like, and he's always with the athlete.
he told me this morning. He said, I said, so how am I supposed to go back? They told him, okay, come in the athlete shuttle. I said, wow, that's quite cool. So Abhijit actually traveled with the athletes. But just to give you guys a lowdown, we'll kind of finish this because there are plenty of lives today. So we'll keep coming back. Let's set this up. Rohit Juglan and Naman Suri are in Mumbai for the Rohit Sharma stand inauguration. That is at 4 p.m. this afternoon. The Rohit Sharma stand inauguration at 4 p.m. this afternoon. Abhijit Deshmukh in Doha. Abhijit Deshmukh in Doha for Neeraj Chopra. That is at 10 p.m. So he will be in the stadium from around 8 p.m. onwards. So we will keep building up. The moment Neeraj comes to the stadium, we will start showing you visuals. We will start showing you stills. We will build up to Neeraj's throw, which starts at 10:30 in India time. Same time, Parul Chowdhury and Gulveer. So we will keep you updated on that. But from Bombay, we will bring you all the updates from the Rohit Sharma stand opening at the Wankhede Stadium. Interestingly, all of the fans are supposed to turn up in whites. Before we move on, let's quickly play what Neeraj Chopra said. Can you play Neeraj Chopra on the Indian Army? Is that possible?
Yeah.
Just play that, and we'll come and take.
नीरज सबसे पहले मुबारक हो आपको रिसेंटली
Rohan, let me take a comment from you because then we can just toss to this. Abhijit, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yes, go on quickly. Describe what happened last night, including your experience of traveling in the athlete shuttle.
Yeah.
Actually, the shuttles were not there, Boriada, from the hotel for the media today. But I said, I wanted to attain the training, and the organizer said, yeah, you can go in the shuttle out that was for athletes. So uh, probably I and driver and I was the only person who had more than 9% of body fat in the shuttle. But it was a
So,
fantastic
who were
experience.
the other athletes? Who were the athletes that you traveled with?
Uh, to be honest, I don't recognize them
That was
all.
too much,
Uh,
Abhishek.
क्या हुआ?
I think they were
Because that
mostly European.
Did you not hear what he said?
What?
Come on, yeah, Rohan. You
अरे
missed the
no,
ace.
no, I missed it.
रवि जी दोबारा बोल दे. थोड़ा पीछे बैठ.
As a driver, and I was the only person in the shuttle who had a body fat more than 9%. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, you see, in athletics, there are so many, athletes. It's difficult to recognize all of them. But yeah, I mean, some athletes were from Ethiopia, some, from, I think, United States. And but I felt so good, like, this is perhaps one of the moment. And then when you go on the training center, I think more than the competition, the training is also very important to see how the atmosphere is. And it's a wonderful arena, almost the same what's inside the Qatar Sports Club. Is just next to it was the arena. And then, to be honest, when I went in there at around 5 p.m., because that was the first shuttle was going to the stadium, so environment was, climate was absolutely blissful, no sweating at all. I was surprised. But then, as in, it turns 5:30 and 6, it was getting hot and humid, unpredictable conditions. And I remember by the time Neeraj ended his session 7:30, it became more humid. I was sweating a lot. When we were walking, it was sweating, and so the weather is unpredictable. Uh, and then there was no wind. Initially, when I came in, there was a bit of wind. It was blissful, but then there was no wind. So the weather is unpredictable. I think the one thing that going to be the most challenging will be the weather condition. And this thing will prefer Neeraj Chopra because he's a seasoned and experience. So I mean, in the morning when I did Neeraj interview, he was not in the sports attire he is usually. And then after Paris Olympics, I saw him here. He has built Boria the good muscles. He's looking more fit with good muscles. I think that's a sign, like,
Hmm.
um, he has got more power to that. His session wasn't a very it was a light session. I think that's probably one of the strategy. I think he had an intense 3 months in South Africa where he has done everything. And then remember yesterday he said, like, along with Ian, his new coach, they have started throwing in the morning session as well. I mean, of course, he's not doing it here because the condition is so hot and humid. But I think that's one of the change. And he was like very casual with all the javelin throws came. Anderson Peters was there. The Japanese javelin thrower, I forgot his name, Genki Kane something was there. And then Kishore Jaina joined on. So Kishore Jaina, on the other hand, he like sprinted a bit, and then he was trying to throw the javelin, as in no one actually was throwing the javelin, but they were trying to throw it. I remember Rohan must be remembering the Kenyan javelin thrower who
हाँ.
was in the final stage. We spoke about him. So what he was doing was he was taking a small water bottle. He didn't had a javelin, so he was taking a small water bottle and he was running and trying to throw it. So that was a different experience as well, to see how these athletes do that. On the other side, Neeraj, the Japanese javelin thrower, he said, 2 years it was hot as hell. And Neeraj said, yeah, I remember. And then he was, just next to him was the high jumper, athletes were practicing. New Zealand's Grimish was there. I'm sorry, I don't remember his name perfectly. He's the one of the best athletes at the moment.
You must,
And then,
if you somehow see Valerie Allman competing, you must cover her,
yeah, definitely.
because I think Valerie is in Doha. She's defending her title in Doha. If she
Yeah,
is there in Doha, you must go and say that you work for Rev Sports, that you're a friend of mine. She's
Definitely,
she
definitely.
she is one of the world's premier athletes, an absolute delight to work with. Superb person, great person. You must go and introduce yourself to Valerie Allman and have a conversation. Don't even.
Definitely.
She will throw 70. She will 100% throw 70 meters in the discus. She is one of those crazy champions. So Valerie
Definitely.
Allman,
I don't think she's there.
she's not there in Doha.
No, I think she's back in America. Because if she was there, that would have been a delight. Because she's been on a roll, one personal best after another, and on a lot of podiums as well. But on a lighter note, Abhijit, if you ever find, please write a book about how you always end up with the athletes.
Yeah, Abhi, how did the thing happen यार? वो shuttle वाला बताओ सबको. कैसे हो गया तो?
No, I mean, I just asked the media manager here, like I wanted to go to training session. And then they said, we don't have shuttles today, we have it tomorrow. But you can check with the transport guy. And then I asked him, I want to go and cover the training session, and they said, okay, we don't have session, but it's fine. You have accredited person, you can go in the athlete shuttle. So yeah, it was simple, and it was a fantastic. And few people were looking at, who is this athlete? Does it discuss?
What सोचा क्या? Hammer throw.
They were just I was thinking, is he a discus thrower? Because I mean, to be honest, if I was wearing normal casuals, if I were wearing an athlete kind of thing, like they would have thought me, okay, he's somewhere athlete, but he's thinking, why this guy is wearing a t-shirt and a jeans, and but it was fun to see some reactions on those faces, but it was a good experience.
Honorko Roy Chaudhary is asking, where can we watch the Diamond League? It's India. It's the Wanda Diamond League Facebook and YouTube page.
Yeah, follow Rev Sports handle. We will. Can you
Yeah,
it's not only Neeraj Chopra, all the other three athletes. Because I'll tell you what. Sometimes even you watch on the YouTube channel or the Facebook page,
They will not
they'll
do
not.
that. They will show
Yeah,
that.
they
They
will
will show
not
that.
show on time.
They will show the track events, and after the javelin is over, they will update the javelin. So you will not get real time.
And they'll not show every throw of Neeraj or Kishore Jena.
What?
They will not show every throw of Kishore Jena and Neeraj Chopra,
No,
because
There's no chance of
parallel
showing
a lot of events goes on.
They will
Yeah,
show
because they will
the,
but not Jena.
yeah. And at the same time, Gulvir's event also starts. So there will be a focus on that also. 5,000 meters Gulfir, and in that event, I think five Ethiopians and two Kenyans, one from Djibouti. So tough competition for Gulfir, but
Yeah.
it's great that
Of course,
he's there.
I think
it will be one
to
of
be
those,
honest,
one of those lineups, boss.
Yeah.
there's
So
no.
a top 10 finish would be, I think, good for him.
Because
So I was yesterday.
those guys are running royalty. They're absolute
Yeah.
running royalty.
Yeah.
So if
So
you can see one of our videos, I've actually saw Parul Chaudhary also. She was practicing, and I spoke to her yesterday. She was in the hotel lobby, and I said, when did you arrive? She said, just day before yesterday.
अरे उनका इंटरव्यू करना था.
यार उसको पारुल का इंटरव्यू करो.
Burida, she was not in that zone. She said, बाद में बात करते हैं. So I don't like to force the athlete. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Parul said,
Definitely after her event, Parul का इंटरव्यू करना.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone. So Parul said she arrived on Wednesday, and I said, Parul, आपको इतना adjust, and she's playing for the Diamond League for the first time. I said, Parul, आप adjust हो जाते हो इतने hot condition में? He said, हाँ, हमारे लिए usual है. I mean, imagine like it's so hot right now. I mean, you just can't walk even for 5 minutes. You have to, during this time, it's very hard, and even at the 5 p.m. as I said, it's very unpredictable. It's difficult to run, and it's so great to see. First time the 4 Indian athletes are at the Diamond League, and then the way Parul, she was practicing yesterday. She was just doing laps and laps and laps. So I don't have much hopes, to be honest, from Parul Chaudhary or Gulveer Singh, but I think it's good, and you never know what these guys can do.
Top 10 finish, I think, would be good.
Parul Chaudhary is one of the finest female Indian athletes at the moment.
top 10 finish would be absolutely magical from either. That is
Yeah, yeah,
not
yeah.
something we will kind of, hold them to. The fact that they are doing the Diamond League, getting used to the Diamond League,
Yeah.
Murli Srishankar is in great shape. That's when that injury happened. Otherwise, Murli Srishankar could have really made a mark at the Olympics also. 820, 825, 830 was very much doable as far as Srishankar was concerned. So Indian athletes making the
And
Diamond League, this is unimaginable some years back.
and I
Absolutely.
think such in the long distance runs, mid distance runs, I think Avinash Sable's silver medal in the Commonwealth Games in steeplechase is fantastic, with two Kenyans on the
Of
podium,
course.
and Avinash
and
Sable on the
and,
podium. It was
and
magical.
Kenyan chasing an Indian down in a 5,000 steeplechase where he
Yeah,
comes the second is absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
yeah.
When have you seen any of this? So this is tremendous stuff. Anyway, so that's
So
all we
the
have. Keep coming back. We will keep coming back to Abhijit. As we said, Abhijit will report from the stadium. We will give you live, every update. Moment Neeraj comes in, Jena comes in, Parul comes in, photographs, updates, real-time updates. So keep following Rev Sports. In the afternoon, we have Rohit Juglan and we have Naman Suri from Mumbai for the Rohit Sharma stand opening at the Wankhede. And in the evening, we have Abhijit Deshmukh in Doha as far as Neeraj Chopra is concerned. Abhijit, any other Indian reporter? Any Indian journalist?
no one from India. I mean,
Wow.
there are few journalists who are Qatar based, but I think not working for any Indian media out there. They're working for the local or
Yeah.
So
the
we are
Middle
the
East.
only we are the only
We are the only
platform.
one. Yeah. And
Fantastic.
as I said,
Fantastic.
we not only
This is why we
cricketers, we cover the training sessions and each and everything of other athletes.
which is Vaibhav, don't say no one from India. Rev Sports is India only, my friend. And we will
Yeah.
always be there. So don't say no one from India. Say Rev Sports from India. That's all. And we will be there not just for badminton. This is a mission. Now, sorry, for athletics. Now it will be for badminton, it will be for hockey, it will be for shooting, it will be
Tennis
for
sports.
every sport you will see on ground. Now just wait and see. Now wait and see what we do. We will disrupt every possible brand of sports coverage. Uh, Wait and see what we do in England, even for cricket. I don't think you guys even have an idea at this point what the plan is. So wait and see. Abhijit Deshmukh, all the very best. Huge day. Neeraj Chopra coming back is a massive day in Indian sport. Massive day. And this is the first time he's competing. Yes, if you take South Africa, then no, but South Africa, I'm not taking that into cognizance. After Paris, 89.45, that fateful evening in Paris, I think on the 7th, 8th of August. This is the day that Neeraj Chopra is competing. Can't wait. Can't wait for an update where he does that 87, 88, 89, 90 maybe. Who knows? Rohan Chaudhary, Abhijit Deshmukh, Gargi Rao, thank you very much. To everybody who's
Just,
watching, plenty happening today. Plenty happening today. Keep an
just
eye. Keep an eye
One
on
thing,
Rev Sports. Abhijit.
Kedar, before we end, just like to add, when we came back to the hotel, there was this family, Indian family, who were waiting for Neeraj Chopra to arrive. And as soon as Neeraj came, there was this short girl who almost hugged Neeraj as soon as he was one of the relative. And Neeraj was also in a very, you know, good mood. I think, he kept a hand on that girl and like gave her to him as well. And he's such a sweetheart person.
He's a
He
fantastic. He's a
and
fantastic.
we all know how many times we have seen that he never disappoints anyone. And Neeraj not only win hard on the stadium but outside the stadium as well. And I've been following Neeraj from such a long time, and he is still the same person. He would hardly say no to anyone, and even such a great guy. He's not only a great athlete but is a great human being, a role model for all the athletes, I would say. You rarely come across such athletes, and I would say we are lucky to have an athlete like Neeraj Chopra.
Yeah, because it's also his responsibility because he knows that if he conducts himself in a certain manner, his sport will grow.
Yeah.
And in India, that's the big challenge. He's actually a representative for his sport and for Indian Olympic sport. So he has to take the mantle forward. He's the Pied Piper. Anyway, Abhijit Deshmukh, Rohan Chaudhary, everybody watching, keep an eye on Neeraj Chopra. What is that, Rohan? What are you trying to show?
my picture with Neeraj after his Asian Games gold medal, and
No,
I got the
one more
sign.
small thing I forgot to update. Neeraj was talking with Hamish Keir, the New Zealand high jumper, and he said, do you watch cricket? Have you said? And Neeraj said, not much, but I follow. And they had this discussion going on for the cricket. So, of course, it was a fun.
अभिजीत,
Yesterday's press conference also.
यार ईव्सड्रॉप मत कर, तेरे को ऐसे डरते हैं ईव्सड्रॉप मत कर, आप डेंजरस।
फिर आने नहीं
I mean,
देंगे।
फिर तुमको वो बस में नहीं चढ़ाएंगे, बोलेंगे अभी 9% से
no,
90% है।
this was not in the bus, Murida. This was at the training arena.
Anyway, चल, thank you very much for watching. Great day.
There we go.
अरे बाप रे, ये कौन सा है?
Asian Games
Asian.
after the gold.
You have to have your one with Neeraj. You still
Yes,
don't have.
no, and he's one of my favorites.
So we've got to get you. We've got to get you there. We've got to
Chalo,
get you
see you guys.
Thank you.